MMA Meltdown on the Fight Network continues. Let's send it to Costa Rica. Joey Oddessa steps up into the premier combat sport odds maker in the business, bar none. Joey, it's always a pleasure, my man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Gabe. Slow week, so it's just driving me crazy. You know, idle time's the devil's time.
Yeah, I know. Are you getting Bellator'd out yet? You know, I haven't spent so much time studying Bellator cards in like 3 years.
You know, study long, study wrong.
Yeah.
You just gotta,
what sort of study with Bellator, too?
Looking.
Crazy things are going to happen, and you're going to get screwed. there it is. There it is in a nutshell. Hey, listen, last week we talked about Dantes. Dantes should be able to beat Joe Warren. He didn't. He got taken down. He spent most of the time on his back. It's not like Warren did a ton of damage to him, but he did enough to win the fight. You and I often talk about you can't bet a fight because of the number. This is one of these cases where, you know, you can not bet a fight because of the number. And I probably got saved because if Dantes was minus 175, I probably would have stepped up to the window and taken Dantes. But when I saw Dantes at minus 550, minus 600, I thought that was just crazy talk. And I thought that then there's some exceptions to the rules. And, you know, Bellator, Joe Warren, he's hosted TV shows for them. He's a company guy. You know, you're getting that type of plus 400 range with Warren. Then I understand why people took Joe Warren.
Well, you got a guy who's a world Greco champ, and, you know, props to Joe Warren. He did what works, and he does what a lot of guys don't do. He stuck to what he knew. He didn't go out there to make it the most exciting fight. It wasn't the most exciting fight. He leaned on the fence. I tell you what, Dantes, if he grabbed the fence once, he grabbed it 5 times. You know, and I'm not going to criticize people doing their jobs. I think that, again, John McCarthy might have had a little bit of an off night, you know, maybe not in position to see the fence grabs, but these fence grabs are starting to become blatant, and they're preventing guys from, you know, I think they have a significant outcome, you know, on takedowns and things like that. Now, biased as a wrestler as I am, you know, and next week we'll talk about Mendez Aldo.
Yeah, you still believe this, right? You know, I talked about this off the top of the program a little bit. You're not the only one, but you believe that fight goes differently if Mendez gets that takedown.
I really do, and it's not just because I needed Mendez, you know, for a nice chunk. I felt that Mendez was in a very good position to, you know, possibly finish that fight.
What were the odds last time around, Joe? I don't want to put you in the hot seat here, but wasn't Aldo about minus 500 the first time around, minus 550?
Oh, Aldo was a big favorite. I mean, geez, I got to go.
Might have even been 700, huh? Like it was minus 600, 700. It was monster. This time it
didn't. That was it was, when was it? It was in Jesus.
It was in Brazil. It was in Rio.
Yeah, no, it was damn. I'm trying to remember. It was a while. What was it? The very last fight when he fought Mendez? It was in.
It was like 550. UFC 142. It turned out UFC 142.
Okay, UFC 142. Yeah, no, it was. I saw a high of about minus 300, 350. And I think I made it close around 200.
The last time around?
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, I think it was higher. I thought it was a little bit higher.
January 2012, right? He had some fights since then. Yeah, because I was thinking he was a 5 or 6 to 1 favorite over Jung. He hasn't been that low of a favorite since his Frankie Edgar fight.
That's what I'm saying.
In February 2013.
Is there enough value now with Mendez? I guess there's still value here at the plus 200 range, but if you like Mendez plus 200, you like Mendez in this fight, though, don't you? You liked him the first time, so you're going to stick with him, aren't you?
I opened Aldo 2.25 the first time. I know what I opened him. I don't recall what I closed. I think I closed in the mid 300 range. You know, and people were all over Aldo, and I think Mendez has got a shot. You know, but it is in Brazil. It's going to be tough to win on the scorecards. You know, I would think, but then again, you know, they got Machida beat down there.
They did, but, you know, Aldo, you know, we always talk about Brazilian fighters fighting in Brazil. Not all of them are ultra popular in Brazil. Some of them, like, you know, Nogueira. The Nogueiras are ultra popular. There's a few guys that it's over the top, and the other guys are just Like Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva lives in L.A. He doesn't live in Brazil. They know that. You know, like, Aldo's one of the guys. He's one of them. You know what I'm saying, Joey? Aldo has that special relationship with the Brazilians.
Well, yeah, no, he's well, I don't want to call him I don't want to say like a peasant farmer, but he's one of the people. You know, he's one of the guys with the pitchforks. You know what I mean? He's native Brazilian. I mean, he's there. I don't know how else to say it. He's not glamour. He's not.
Yeah, he's not driving around. And
Americans.
yeah, it's one of the few times I'll agree with what Chael Sonnen said when he said that Anderson Silva's not even Brazilian. The guy lives in L.A. and he's driving around in a yellow Ferrari. How many Brazilians are doing that? You know?
You know what I mean? Exactly. I mean, they're talking Aldo Moto scooter, Silva Lamborghini.
Yeah, I know.
But when I said peasant farmer, I just meant more of a, he's a local man. He's just a beast. I mean, he's one of them guys, and they love that. Even Nog. I mean, those two brothers. The one got run over by a truck as a kid, and these guys, they look like they're 60, and God, they're half that age.
They're younger than me.
They fight like beasts.
They're younger than me. So is Vanderlei Silva. It's pretty crazy. So it's amazing how time flies here, Joe. We only got about a minute left here. Paul Bradley and Josh Neer. Both you and I are big fans of the dentist, Josh Neer. This should be a good scrap. People look at this and it's not like prime time main event type guys, but you got a real scrap here in a state that appreciates a good fight in Iowa.
I would say so. What's his name? Bradley went to the University of Iowa, two-time All-American. I think he's out of California, but he trains at Alliance, right? And then Neer, I've always liked Neer. Neer, you'll get an honest fight out of Neer. I mean, Neer's losses are tough losses. The Court McGee loss concerns me, but he's rattled off 3 in a row. Can he be out-wrestled? Neer can be out-wrestled, but I tell you what, Neer's good. I like Neer here. There's, as of the time of, that we're talking right now, whether the numbers have hit the board yet, I don't know. But, Neer did beat Ludwig, back in the day, 2 years ago, which isn't that long ago because time flies, 52-week season.
No, he did, exactly. And, the fight against Mike Pyle, it was close to a pick'em. People were debating who's going to win this fight. As you said, he lost to Court McGee, he lost to Edwards, and he lost to Pyle. Bradley, 21-5, lost to Nate McCoy. Before that, he beat Amasu. We got to wrap it up, unfortunately, Joe. You want more Oddessa? He joins us for an extended stay on the radio show, and next week we'll have Joey on for a longer time. We'll break down a great card from Brazil. Always a pleasure, Joey.
My pleasure, G. Have a good one.
Joey Oddessa with us. We'll come back with a couple of videos and wrap it up.